Writing songs for Al was a newfound talent. He continued to write and collaborate with the other members of the band. Everybody had their own source of inspiration.
Sometimes strong feelings about emotional things kind of inspire me to write, because I want to express either my sorrow, my love, or joy through music.
It's just been in me ever since I was a child. I've always wanted to write music, be like Beethoven or Mozart, childhood influences. So I just wanted to write music as well. I'm not sure exactly what inspires me. It's just something that I want to do.
Well, just the melodies in my head, you know, what I'm feeling at the time. Really, it's how, you know, what's going on in my life. You know, a lot of the tunes that we play kind of hit a nerve with that. You know, I express it through my music.
Probably emotions I feel strongly about, events that have occurred that have triggered certain things within me that surprised me, and I've often used music as an outlet to express those.
1,000 Yesterdays was the name of our next CD. This time it was different. It was all original, and we could call it our own. We decided to go to Grant Avenue Studio to record, mix, and master the music. The gang at Grant Avenue were very nice and helped us to create a great CD. Putting a CD together is a difficult and very time-consuming process. Al was very dedicated in completing the project. Deborah Spoto, Al's wife, did all the pictures and graphics for the CD cover. Finally, the CD was done. The reaction was mixed. Many were expecting the old Continental tunes, and some fans were lost, but we gained a whole lot more fans since it appealed to a greater number of people. We had many successes. What made it sweet for me is that I never expected them. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, CBC for short, did a lot for us. There was a national CBC music contest, and the Acoustics came in the top 16 in Central Canada. But what was the most exciting thing for me was that our music was used in a TV drama called Snakes and Ladders. Unfortunately, this drama was cancelled after 6 episodes. Several radio stations played our music, but the CBC continues to play our music on a national level and have called us for several interviews.
Birds in My Mailbox, the Acoustics, from their new CD, 1,000 Yesterdays. Alphonse Spoto writes the songs and plays the accordion with the Acoustics. Telka Nayalasi is the violinist, and this morning they're here in the Fresh Air Studio. Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to be here, Jeff.
Great to have you here. Now, thanks for coming in so early. You were up practicing late last night.
Yes.
Yeah, for a big show tonight in Burlington. We're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. But first off, Alphonse, tell us about this song we were listening to, Birds in My Mailbox.
Well, a couple of years ago, we live out in the country and near Brantford, and my brother actually, when we first built the house, he built this homemade mailbox, huge thing, very strong. And anyway, the flap that opens up, there's maybe an inch space. Well, these starlings started building nests every spring. So for the last couple of years, I just couldn't discourage them. And then eventually I just went out and bought a brand new one and nailed it beside it, and they can have my old birdhouse. Anyway, it was sort of an experience, and and I liked all these birds flying, and I tried to interpret it into music, and I came out with that tune.
There it is, beautiful.
And all of a sudden they played E minor Latino, and we didn't ask them to or anything. They just played it, and I almost got to do an accident, you know, because I was so excited. That was really the moment that kind of struck me that, oh my gosh, you know, we get played on the radio.
It was quite a feeling. It was, I don't know, immortality. It's out there. It's will be long gone, and there'll be acoustics somewhere.
One day I was just sitting there reading the paper, and I had the radio on, and our tune starts playing. Well, that kind of really blew me away. I got all choked up. I had goosebumps.
The first time we heard our music, it was actually on AM radio, and I was thrilled. But then I heard the Acoustics on FM radio on CBC, and the sound was fabulous, and the interviews they did with Alan and Talca sounded so professional that I swear I had chills down my back.
That was really exciting. I couldn't believe that would ever happen to me. That was unreal. It sounded better than on the CD.
The icing on the cake, however, were the Hamilton Music Awards. The Acoustics got nominated 4 times and won for the Best Instrumental. Nick was with us for several years. He got accepted into the music program at McGill University in Montreal and had to leave the band. It was great playing with Nick. The Acoustics were happy to welcome Andrew Eckhart into the acoustic family. Andrew brought a variety of musical styles to add new inspirations. He began playing the cello at an early age and eventually moved on to the bass to play jazz. Since then, he has played in various jazz combos, orchestras, and rock bands in both Hamilton and Montreal.